Hey, you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the Pacific Coast. And I am Carpetbagger from the future. Believe it or not, today's video was supposed to be a lot longer because sadly, the first half of my day, the footage was destroyed. Destroyed by the Pacific Ocean itself. Um, I'll get to that in a moment. Let me just talk about my day before that, before things went all wrong. Because actually, it's been a very trying day. It's been a very rough evening here as I try to sort things out. But it's been a good day nonetheless, even though some of it now is lost to history. I got up this morning. Stayed last night in Carlsbad, California. I got up. I went to the Carlsbad Alkaline Water Center. They have a vending machine with a little bit over $1 a gallon. You can buy this alkaline water that Carlsbad is known for. It was discovered by a gentleman who said it had healing properties. There's a statue of the man holding a glass of water, and you can purchase the water. I purchased a little bit, filled my cup. It tasted delicious. I don't know if it had magical properties. Apparently, it doesn't grant luck, I'll tell you that. I grabbed some lunch or breakfast at the Highway 101 Cafe. It has a delightful Eggs Benedict with avocado. And then I went to Oceanside, California, and visited the California Surf Museum. And it was a wonderful museum on the history of surfing. I talked about surf culture. Apparently surf culture is just surfing. It's a whole culture around surf style music, fancy cars, and of course surfing to some degree. And talk about surf movies, and the guitars on display as well as surfboards. Had a lot of surfboards, a lot of the big old wooden surfboards from Hawaii, and the more modern surfboards from modern times. And they the coolest thing there though was they had a surfboard that had been bitten by a shark and actually bit the woman's arm off when it bit that. And she, despite having her arm, I wish I remembered her name. She's a very famous surfer. She had her arm bit off, and she began surfing immediately after having her arm. Not immediately, but within weeks, she was surfing again. And it was just a really crazy prop that they have where where the board still has that big shark bite out of it. So after that, I wandered down the boardwalk of Oceanside. They have the longest wooden boardwalk on the West Coast. Walked all the way to the end, got some good views. Saw some people actually surfing. Went to the surf museum and saw people surfing along the beach. And so yeah, beautiful view. A lot of beautiful views of the ocean. The ocean was beautiful today, despite the fact what it did to me. Oh my gosh. So after that, I went to a park that was known for white squirrels. I know this day is starting to sound random, but I went to a park, Dana Point, that was known for white squirrels. I looked for the white squirrels, and I didn't find any. I found lots and lots of gray squirrels, gray ground squirrels. They were little. They're hiding in the rocks. They're like along. They're not tree squirrels. They hide like in the rocks along the coast. And I didn't feed them because you weren't supposed to. Some of them had little white markings, but none of them were the solid white. So there supposedly was solid white. I think they may have evolved out of having whiteness, because whiteness is not advantageous generally in nature. You get spotted. Your predators will pick you off if you're a white animal. So because it's not camouflage. So I think maybe the survival of the fittest has taken place, and there's only gray squirrels left. So I think that brings us up to the incident So I wanted to see this structure called the Pirates Tower. It's this tower built right on the beach from the 1920s. A really amazing looking structure. However, you may see where this is going. You can only access the tower during low tide. It wasn't high tide, but it wasn't low tide either. And I walked along the beach. There was waves, big waves crashing, and I'm like, I think I can get over there. When the waves are going back, I think I can just walk over there, see it, let the waves pass, and then come back. This was a mistake. This was an incredibly expensive mistake. So I go for it, and then this big freaking wave comes in and just blasts me. I actually had sand and water all over my hat. I had sand all over me. But the worst thing about all this is my camera got completely doused with sand and water. And immediately I was having problems with it. It was like all full of sand, like you could hear it grinding. The gimbal was trying to work. And I can show you here. I'm using my backup camera. Here is my poor, destroyed DJI Pocket 3. So this was like making all sorts of weird noises. It was grinding because it had sand in its gears. Plus, it had taken some water. So this is a piece of garbage now. This is not going to work anymore. I thought I was going to be able to fix it. I thought it was working again. I don't think that is the case. So the reason that none of that footage exists anymore, none of the wonderful things that I just explained, the reason none of them exist is because the SD card in this camera, something happened to it. It got fried by the water, scratched by the sand. I don't know, but it was destroyed. And I have spent this evening trying to get that footage back. It is almost 3 a.m. I'm gonna not get a lot of sleep tonight because it is 3 a.m. right now. I downloaded a program that I thought could fix it. It pulled the files, but then I tried to open them and they wouldn't open. I tried to use the repair function. It wouldn't repair them. So I hate it so much because it's not just a video. It's not just part of a video that's missing. It's also just part of my trip that is missing, a chunk out of my trip that is missing. So I really am disappointed. I'm trying to stay upbeat because it's been a good day otherwise. But yeah, I hate that I have to present my travels this way. I tried everything. I spent money on this stupid program that didn't fix the problem. I'm out my camera. These things happen. And really happened because I make dumb decisions going down to the beach. So I am going to send this back, and I will pick up. The video will pick up right as I have been covered in sand. I walked back up the hill, got back in my car, messing with the camera, and then I think everything's okay. So I'll let past me take it from here. Okay, back in the car, and I decided this. I think this is working. You can see. Oh, is it going to stop now? Yeah, you can see it folds up. What happened is like the wave not only got it wet, but it got like a bunch of sand. So like when I
when I turn, you can hear it like turning, you can hear like a crunching noise that, because there's all this sand in there and I don't really know how to get that sand out. It was completely just not working. Just a little, just on the way up here, I'd given up on it. Luckily I keep a second camera in my car, so that's good news. I also noticed that I got my hat wet. A wave went up over my head. It just came out of nowhere. And that you know, and it just shows you gotta be cautious. You gotta be careful. Those tides can go up pretty quick. I feel like within a matter of seconds, the tide started getting higher. The waves started getting bigger from the point I walked over there. So really, I have no one to blame but my own stupidity for not taking it serious enough. But yeah, take it serious, folks. Take the ocean seriously. That's one thing. Water is one of those scary forces on the face of the earth. You cannot be too safe around water, whether you're swimming or you're just near the water. You always have to be super careful because it can be so dangerous. And I definitely should not have put myself in a situation that dangerous. And you know what? I didn't get hurt. No one got hurt. You know, I damaged my camera. That's fine. I mean, I don't know if I was in... Probably should not have been back there this time. I think the tide is actually going up right now. Yeah, I think high tide was like 7:30 yesterday. So it's about 3 hours until high tide. So it's definitely on the way up. So yeah, I just threw me off a little bit. I changed my shirt. My pants are still wet. I can't change my pants because there's nowhere to do that as a decent person right now. But we're gonna soldier forward. This is just a minor speed bump. I think the camera still works. I'm gonna switch to my backup though, because I just don't know if I can trust this 100%. Maybe I will get it out later and look at it a little more, and maybe do something to get the sand out. But right now I'm gonna go to my backup and we'll be filming with that from here on out. We gotta be careful. You know, the Pacific Ocean, it's our friend on this trip. It's our companion, but just like any other wild animal, it can reach out and bite. Stopped off here in Laguna Beach, California. This is a statue known as the Greeter. This is Eiler Larson, who used to stand here and greet people to the town. He wasn't paid anything. He just liked saying hello to people that came into town. It says, the quote here is, "Hello, how are you?" Eiler Larson, the volunteer greeter of Laguna Beach, been featured in Saturday Evening Post, Life, and on TV. Eiler's a philosopher, gardener, and friend of man, and devotes all his spare time spreading goodwill and cheer to all visitors of lovely Laguna Beach. And there he is. People loved him so much. When he passed away, they didn't want to see him go, and they built this statue in his honors back in the 1950s. Stopped off here at Inspiration Point here in the city of Newport Beach. I assume we can get some inspiring views from here. Oh yeah, that is pretty inspiring. Get that blue water down there crashing against the rocks. I'm not gonna try to climb around down there this time. Yeah, that is really gorgeous. Yeah, I can't stay mad at you, Pacific Ocean. Oh, look at this. It's actually a wedding taking place down there. All the tiny people over here enjoying the beach. Heading down here, see if we can get a inspiring peek. Oh, some hummingbirds just whizzed by me. Oh yeah, that's inspiring. It's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous view out here. Although if I were these houses, I would be worried about this crumbling shore. Yeah, you can see the waves splash off the rocks here. Rough seas tonight. Look at that big wave coming. Stopped here at the Newport Civic Center and Park. There's something interesting in this park I wanted to check out. Oh, and look at this. As I head up the stairs here, there's a giant bunny on the path. Oh, and look, there's a carp in the bushes. Look at these bunnies. Because here in Newport Beach, we have Bunnyhenge. This circle of bunnies here. Well, these bunnies have blue eyes. These bunnies have pink eyes. Oh, and then some green-eyed bunnies over there. And I'd love to stay here all evening and meditate with you bunnies, but I got to be hopping along. And look who else is here, right next to Bunnyhenge, Mr. Ronald Reagan. Oh, you see that? A flesh and blood bunny just ran out in front of us. And we have made it here to our accommodations for the evening. We will be staying at the Queen Mary. So here it is, the Queen Mary. This was a passenger ship from the 1930s to the 1960s. It would actually take people from New York to France and England. It ran between the three countries. And when it retired, it was brought out here to Long Beach as a tourist attraction. It's been in different forms over the years. It's been a motel. It's been a museum. It's currently a motel. I've stayed here a couple times. I've stayed here once. I've been here a couple times. This is where they have one of my favorite Halloween events here in Southern California, the Dark Harbor here in Long Beach. It actually takes place right here in this parking lot. I guess they section this off and use it as a haunt during the Halloween season. Now in 2020, the ship closed. Not only was there the pandemic, but it also was losing integrity. There was actually a concern that the ship was going to tip over in the water. So I'm very happy to see that it has been restored, that it is still here. And tonight, we're gonna sleep on the Queen Mary. Yeah, what a beautiful ship. This may be the closest you can to sleeping on the Titanic. Down here in front, you've got this Soviet submarine. That is not open. It was once part of the museum. I don't know if the insides are holding. It's probably not safe to be in that submarine. But without further ado, let's go check in. This is Queen's Landing. They have a little gift shop. It's out here in front of the ship. You get your Queen Mary gear in here. Little bellhop bears. Get your own Queen Mary bellhop cap. Some postcards. Long Beach. Old picture of the Queen Mary. Oh, and that's cool. That's actually a model of the Queen Mary. You have to put together all the little parts. I did a few of these little models when I was a kid. Had some sort of battleship. Historic gray ghost. Yeah, the Queen Mary, known a lot for its paranormal activity. A lot of ghost sightings over the years. Yeah, maybe I should grab a Ouija board for tonight. When you come here for the Dark Harbor event, they actually open up some of these bottom parts of the ship that aren't normally used and use them for haunts. One cool thing, yeah, that's a cool thing about the haunts. You can actually see parts of the ship that are normally just not used. There's a big old lifeboat. Hope they brought enough of these. All right, we just take these elevators up to the 3rd floor where we can check in. All right, let's head in and get checked in. Oh, welcome aboard. And here we are in the lobby of the hotel. You see the grand staircase there. We'll check in right here. So I just checked in. I think it's time to explore the ship. There's a little bar over here, lounge. You can peek out the window here and look out onto the city of Long Beach. Now here's the ship's gym, where you can come and work out on this modern exercise equipment. But they also have some of the old equipment in here, the old exercise bike. Not even sure what that is. Oh, it's a scale there and some boxing gloves. Oh, I want to try out this bull riding machine. Oh, I think there's one of those weird things that just does nothing but just shakes you. Just the strap goes around your back and just shakes you. So this in here says tickets. This is the travel bureau. It's where you go to make arrangements, buy tickets, set up your travels. They have it preserved here. They have a little museum area back in here. The Cunard story. So I guess Cunard is the name of the shipping company that built the Queen Mary. Oh, look at this. That is a miniature bird. Oh, this is not the Queen Mary we are on. This is the Queen Mary 2, the sequel. Okay, yeah, this actually still sails. I believe it is a cruise ship. This is the Queen Victoria. I guess they're all named after queens. It's a display on one of the past rooms, what the rooms used to look like. And then, I guess this is the modern accommodations. Oh, I hope my room has a pile of oranges in it. This is the firehouse exhibit. You definitely need to make sure your boat doesn't catch on fire. There's an exhibit on that on the USS Midway as well. They had a simulator that showed how terrifying a ship fire really was. I can take a peek outside here. I see there's a big like shipping yard over there. All the cargo ships there across the parking lot. We parked down there. Yeah, this would all be hopping during Dark Harbor. Yeah, pretty amazing just being able to like explore the ship itself. Oh, there's some guns. Why is there guns? I thought this was a cruise ship. I don't know. I guess, you know, you never know when a cruise ship is going to need to take someone out. Okay, it says during World War II, they outfitted the ship with guns just to be safe in case it needed to participate in a battle, but apparently it never came to that. Is that German in Venice?
Whoa! What are you doing here? I can't believe it. Look at this.
How are you doing?
Right when I need somebody to match up a picture, there's Jacob the Carpetbagger. Welcome to California, man.
All right, so you're doing a filming location here.
Well, everywhere I go, I try to. There's a lot of celebrities been on this ship right here. You know?
Yeah.
So I just try to match up some pictures. There's a whole group picture right here. Look at this. So they were all standing right over there, and
That's
I think
Poseidon.
Poseidon,
The Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah, 1972. It was a good movie. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I had nothing else to do, and I thought I'd just come by right here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. And since Jacob is here, he's gonna take a picture of me. I found another picture where Gene Hackman actually standing right here.
Gene Hackman.
We gotta match up that picture. There's a picture right here.
Okay, so you got Walt Disney, and he's standing.
It was right here, but the guy told me that they extended the wall a little bit.
Oh,
But this
okay.
is where Walt Disney was going over to England.
That's
Right
cool.
here.
All right, gonna head up here. All right, let's take these stairs up to the top. Oh yeah, here's one of the lifeboats. If you need to hop in if the ship goes down. Then here is the captain's quarters. Oh, is that the captain's breakfast? Oh, you know the captain's got to have a big comfy bedroom. He is the captain after all. Wonder if the captain of this ship is animatronic, like the one at the Midway. It's the captain's living room. Hang out here with his buddies on the ship. And there is the captain's bedroom. He's got a wonderfully large bathtub there. Come up here to the bridge. Here is all the steering equipment. Imagine trying to steer a ship this big. I'd be afraid I'd smash into something, you know, like an iceberg or something like that. From on this side, get a pretty good look at the city of Long Beach. All these big chimneys, lifeboat. We look down there. I didn't notice when we were down there. You can see the shuffleboard painted onto the deck. Now this is their own personal radio station here. It's W6RO aboard the Queen Mary. I guess just a daily update. You can let people on the ship know what's happening out here on the sea. Yeah, the funny thing is, this is the second time we've just ran into each other. It was Halloween Horror Nights a few years ago. We parked in the parking? We parked next to each other?
Yeah, we were parking at the parking structure at Universal Studios. It was the Jurassic Park parking lot.
Yeah,
and
Jurassic
you parked
Park.
right next to me. I opened my door and I see you standing
Yeah,
there.
and I was like, wait a minute. And then here, yeah, you'd come out. So you'd come out here today just to do some filming locations. And
Yep.
here I just came to stay the night and just stumbled upon each other. So how are things in Venice? German in Venice, Michael.
Well, I'm in Long Beach today. I was in Venice yesterday, and believe it or not, I never thought that I'm gonna think it's gonna be not boring, but I was there yesterday all day, and today I said, hey, I'm gonna do something else. I want to film
Venice?
something different, yeah. And this is really cool here. The Queen Mary is really nice. A lot of stuff to see. If you do the tours, I done the haunted tour today. It was pretty interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So today you're just trying to match up somewhere with some of the celebrities. And
Yeah,
famous
celebrity
people.
pictures.
Was that
And
Walt Disney, Gene Hackman, Elizabeth Taylor.
they all used to stay here. It's pretty crazy. And this one is, even Walt Disney, like I said, went from here to from here to England. I'm probably going to take 5-6 weeks.
That's
you know?
crazy. Staying on this boat over a month.
So Walt Disney is walking right here. I mean, you've been in many of his shoes because you always go to Disneyland.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
just
but-
saw the animatronic Walt at Disneyland. But he
Well,
was
I
here
think-
in the flesh.
I don't know why it's so fascinating, but I think it is. You know,
Yeah,
just
me
know
too.
that all the people run around here.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool piece of history here. And GIV was just telling me that this used to be a museum over here, and they actually had the Spruce Goose inside there, the famed airplane, Howard Hughes's airplane. I don't know what they use this for now, this big dome. Come out here to the back of the ship. It says down here we have the isolation ward and the capstan deck. I know what a captain is, not sure what a capstan is. Have a peek off the back of the ship. Sounds like there's some sort of party cruise taking place out here. I see the sun setting over Long Beach. That's making a lot of noise. Party boat. Down here is the isolation ward. Who needs to be isolated? Okay. So here's the isolation ward. I guess it's if someone is like diseased while they're on the ship, they have to come down here. Here's a list of people who died on board. Let me see. Able Seaman. Oh, that's not the guy. That's the guy's rank, not his name. He's AJG Golding. He died from a skull fracture and a laceration of the brain. That sounds horrifying. This guy here, W.E. Stark, drank tetrachloride by mistake. Well, that's... A lot of people found dead in their bunks. And a lot of people ride the boat, so, you know, someone has to die. But someone was lost overboard. A.E. Boyland. Look in there and see some of the machinery that powers the ship. There's the rope. Oh, and there we go. It's a picture from the Poseidon Adventure. I've never seen this film since 1972. So what brought you here today, the Poseidon Adventure?
Really good movie, man. It's really...
I'll check it out.
It's about a ship that actually turns upside down, and they're all the way on the bottom, and they have to find their way back up.
And it's the Queen Mary?
It's not the Queen Mary, but they filmed it on here, I believe.
Wow. Oh yeah, it says Poseidon right there on the side of the Queen Mary. Come in here to this little shopping area and look at this. Look at the design here. Got a bookstore over there. Looks like a candy shop right there. This here in the center is the Commodore's office. You see the life preserver. Well, it says office hours 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I guess the Commodore still hangs out in here sometimes. the modern day Commodore. So there's some more models in here, but these are also not Queen Mary. They're similar ships. This is the Lusitania, which was sank by torpedo. And they also have a dissected view of the insides. Shows the different guest rooms, eating areas. Yeah, this is all at the bottom of the sea now. And this one here, this is the Titanic. You can actually see inside the Titanic here, also at the bottom of the sea. I think we're gonna grab some dinner here at the Prominade Cafe. Alright, got a good seat here. Nice view of Long Beach. Okay, I got some clam chowder to start off, some fish and chips, and you went with the healthier option there. You got the
salad might be but this is, I think, that's fried.
A side of chicken tenders.
But we walked a lot today, you know.
Yeah, all over the place, up and down the steps.
Yeah.
Time to enjoy our meal. I don't know, being around the ocean has made me crave clam chowder. See how the clam chowder is here aboard the Queen Mary. Ooh, that is pretty yummy. Got some cheese in there. All right, let's try one of these dishes. Let's show me a crab. A chip as well. In Germany, do you call them chips or fries?
Pommes frites, pommes.
Pommes frites. Close. Yeah.
Pommes frites, pommes.
Pommes frites, pommes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that was pretty good. Finished all my clam chowder. Ate all the fish. It was really good fish. Although I was too full to eat all my pommes frites. Is that right?
Pommes good.
Pommes frites?
Pommes frites, pommes.
Pommes frites, pommes.
We gotta bring the Carpetbagger to Germany, man.
I think I want to go to Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that's nice. Coming up in September, though. The Oktoberfest is not in October; it's in September.
It's in September. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I know, but it's in September.
Came back out to the car to get my luggage, and man, just admiring that beautiful ship shining through the night. So let's head back in and go find our room. And there are so many rooms. It is almost unbelievable. A lot of people could travel on this ship, and I guess currently a lot of people can sleep on this ship. So let me show you this room. Now, I stayed here before, and the room was much smaller. It was actually on the opposite side of the ship. So this may be a different type of room, but it's very, very spacious. The room I stayed in before, if I remember, was pretty cramped. And they did upsell me. They offered me a room on this side of the ship for a $10 upgrade. They said it had a better view. So let's check out the view here. And look at this, the porthole window. They said this actually opens. Oh, there we go. The porthole is open. And we can see Long Beach out there. Pretty nice view of the city. If I was on the other side of the boat, the view would be of the parking lot. See if we can get a peek at the ship. All right. Yeah, I really like the room here. Got the king bed. Pillows seem pretty fluffy. Got 2 complimentary bottles of water and a postcard. They did say that you cannot control, there's no way to control the AC or heat in here, but they said you can open the window, let in the breeze. It feels comfortable in here right now to me. And
Although look at this in here. This is the tiniest bathtub. I'm not even sure if that counts as a bathtub. I guess you could like sit cross-legged in there. But yeah, we do have the shower. So the view is very nice here from the porthole, but why don't we head up on deck and get a better view. See if I can find my way up on the deck. It's easy to get lost down here. But there's actually paranormal displays out here in the hallway. It says this is a photo taken on the ship. This is Jackie. Explains here that as a child, 6 to 8 years of age, and they say that the Dark Harbor character Scary Mary is based on Jackie. Yeah, it says this photo here. It says the figure behind the man in the white shirt was not there when the photo was taken. And some of the elevators here don't work. This is an original elevator display. So this is a historical elevator, not an operational elevator. But this here is an operational elevator. And here we go. This elevator seems a little historic as well. Here's the music room. So acts that were on the ship would rehearse in here. But here we are, out on the deck. There's that skyline there. Walk over here to the end of the ship. You can see the giant chain here. I guess that's the chain holding the ship in place. And here's the very tip, the very front of the ship. I don't know if you could tell, but the ship like goes down and up. It has like a curvature that you can see in this long hallway. A lot of creepy spots. Just like the ship is so big, and there's some areas that are just like super empty and quiet. So paranormally speaking, this is one of the hot spots for paranormal activity. This is the old pool, old swimming pool. The door's closed, but we can look in. You can see the spooky lighting down there. Yeah, this is, they showed the photo earlier of Jackie, the little girl that appears in the pool. Now the legend was that it was a little girl that drowned in the pool, but there's actually no record of that happening. But they said that the sightings are persistent. They do often see sightings of a little girl in this room. And again, they base one of their iconic scare characters, Scary Mary, after the ghost Jackie that is seen in here. And here's the most haunted spot on the ship, room B340. It is said that they closed this room for 30 years because of all the paranormal activity and unexpected deaths that happened in this room. And apparently people stay in that room, hear things, they see shadow people. So maybe not the most restful place to sleep on the ship. I don't know if there's someone in there right now, so I could have rented the room out, but I think this is new here. Oh yeah, there's like a spooky little parlor here next to the room. And yeah, they actually named one of their haunted houses B340 one year. A notorious spooky spot on the Queen Mary. Okay, I am back, and hope you enjoyed the day. Obviously, there was some disappointment today. Obviously, things didn't turn out exactly how I wanted, but there was cool things that happened. I just randomly ran into German Venice, so that was super cool. A pleasure to be able to hang out with the GIV. Just it's so random. Like I was at one time at HHN. Same thing happened. Walked out into a parking lot. It was only the two of us. We were parked right next to each other. And then this time we just both decided to go to the Queen Mary on the exact same day. Of course, check out his videos, German Venice on YouTube. He does filming locations. He does a lot of stuff in the Los Angeles area, as well as some travel videos as well. He travels back and forth between Germany and America, and does other traveling as well. And I'm going to edit this video, and I am going to get some sleep, and I'm going to try to stay positive and keep this train on the track. Oh man, it's been a rough night. Again, I've been working trying to get the files fixed. They're not going to be fixed. I think it was $70 on that program to fix them. So I'm out $70 I tried to use to fix the videos. I am out an expensive piece of photographic equipment. But these are the things that happen on the long, lonesome road, especially when you make dumb decisions around water. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. I'm sorry if I'm being whiny and sad here, but we're gonna keep on trucking. We're gonna keep going up the Pacific Coast Highway. Hopefully, not too many more issues along the way. It's always throws you off a little bit when this is the second day of travel and you're having major issues. But hopefully, I can keep my camera dry. Hopefully, I learned a big lesson today about messing around with water and photography equipment and video equipment. So thank you guys. Thank you for everyone watching this video. Thank you to those of you who watch every day. That means the world to me. I appreciate it so much. If you'd like to help this channel, if you've been thinking about helping this channel, maybe you've wanted to help the channel, of course there's ways to help. Of course, just subscribing helps a lot, watching these videos, but also there's a few other things that help out. $3 or more a month on Patreon. I will send you a postcard. If you'd like to buy a souvenir, have them in the Etsy shop. And still doing personalized messages on Cameo if you're interested in receiving those. All the information for all those things is in the description of this video. All those things help keep this train on the track, even when the wheels get wobbly. Keep this boat on the water, even though it almost fell into the bay. And keep this dirigible delicately floating in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.